Hey YouTube, it's definitely been a while, and I just wanted to post a quick update of what I've been up to. Alright, so 2 weeks ago we just started our spring-summer semester. It's going to be a big adjustment from our winter semester. It was a lot lighter. We probably had, 12-ish, 15 credits. We had a differential diagnosis, a neuro class, a tension measures class, where we did like muscle testing and range of motion testing, different balance tests. We had one about our clinical experiences and another one called teaching and learning. It honestly wasn't that hard. It was kind of a joke, honestly, but it was a nice break to have from the fall. But this semester we're going to have 19 credits. What do we have? Some muscular patterns class, cardiopulm. We have an integration class, which is pretty cool. They give us a case study, and then we have to use the concepts we've learned in all of our other classes so far to put together, our plan of how we would approach a certain patient. And probably the one we're looking most forward to is our soft tissue and modality class. The first day, we had massages, so they did turn the lights down, put on the calming music. We worked on our massage techniques. So that was a good start to the semester for sure. Oh, also some exciting news from last semester. I got accepted to the International Service Learning Project abroad in Honduras. I guess that's a unique or highlight feature for U of M Flint that a lot of other campuses don't offer. I didn't know that when I applied, but a lot of the other people in my class that are going on the trip mentioned that they applied or decided to go to U of M Flint specifically so that they could have the opportunity to go on this trip. So I guess I kind of lucked out there, but I'm really excited about it. It's gonna be 2 weeks, the first 2 weeks of August, but before that we got to take a class now to kind of prepare us for it. And I guess I should have mentioned that with the schedule. This class is Tuesday and Thursday 6 to 8, and I guess they had to be that way to work around the other classes we're taking, but also because it involves first and second year students, so they had to count for both of our schedules. But I don't know, it'll be worth it, and it's also not every week. It's not going to be Tuesday and Thursday every week. It'll get less and less regular through the middle of the summer, and then as we get closer to the trip, it picks back up again. So I don't know. It won't be I don't think it'll be all that bad. It's pretty easy. Right now we're learning some basic Spanish so we can survive in Honduras, but they're going to be providing us translators, so still not a huge deal. I also took Spanish in 4 years of high school Spanish. I also did like the IB AP Spanish, even though I didn't really take any in undergrad because I didn't need it for my degree. But it's all review, so a little ahead of the curve there. Our class is also broken into groups, and we work on projects that we're going to implement while we're down in Honduras. My partner and I got caring for the caregiver, and that project seems to be mostly about teaching the caregivers how to transfer their loved ones, or teaching basic stretching and strengthening exercises. We actually have the group that went last time, we have their project, and so we'll just make our changes that we see fit. So it's really nice that we don't have to start from scratch. This class is also 3 credits, so it means that we don't have to do our other electives. So to me, taking a trip to go to Honduras, even if it makes our schedule a little bit worse, not only do we get to go to Honduras and stay at a pretty nice hotel, it gets us out of taking either like a biomechanics class or some kind of continuing education type thing. I don't really know, but I'm really excited because not only I'm not very well traveled. I've been to I've been to most of the big places in the U.S., but as far as other countries, I've only been to Canada and Mexico, if you even really want to count those. So I also kind of regretted not doing any study abroad as an undergrad. I guess I was definitely afraid that some of the classes wouldn't transfer, and then my PT school stuff would get messed up, and I didn't really want to mess with that. And then also I was kind of afraid to, go out of my comfort zone, as you will, because the ones they offered were either for an entire semester, and I didn't really want to miss out on a whole semester of college. And then even the summer ones, I liked being home. I didn't like being that far away for that long, so a short 2-week trip like this is kind of perfect. Still gets me out of my comfort zone, but then at the same time, I'm not spending an entire 3 months or whatever it would be for a normal study abroad. And study abroad is one of those things that's kind of once in a lifetime. You're never going to be able to just drop your responsibilities like that, travel, see everything, and be with all your friends at the same time. And so I really wanted to make sure I got to experience that. One other thing I should probably mention about the trip, the school study abroad program, they gave us our entire class a scholarship, which broke down to about $500 a person. And so with that, with everything included, the flight, where you're staying, food for the most part, you do have to bring some pocket money if you want to eat out at restaurants, souvenirs, or if you want to do any of the cool touristy things like scuba diving, or I think there's one thing we can do where we'll pay a certain amount and we'll get ferried out to an island and we can spend the day out on the island. It's just extra stuff like that. But the bulk of your trip is going to be around $3,000, which I think is pretty good. But yeah, I think it'll definitely be worth the experience. Now, as for the title of this video, I recently started a new job. I didn't work at all in the fall or winter. I was kind of trying to just live off the money I saved up working the previous summer at Nike, which those two don't really go along that well, but I tried my best, knowing that I probably wouldn't have as much time to work with the course load I'd be taking, and this isn't really something you want to mess up. So it definitely helps living at home. My parents help pay for most things, but for clothes and bar tabs and things like that, it's going to be on me. And it turns out that 2 semesters of no income will drain those savings pretty quickly, especially when I'm not used to living without any kind of personal income. Even through undergrad, I was an intramural official, intramural supervisor. I did, other things that gave me something per week. So, yeah, the problem though is with the schedule, how I mentioned, we have very limited availability, especially because I need to set time aside to study, go to the gym, get some social time with friends from school and just from the area. And yeah, so a lot of places aren't going to hire you for 15 hours a week, or if they do, it's going to be all weekend and holidays, and I didn't know if I could do that. So then one night I was stumbling along a job posting site and I found this thing called Instacart. It's a grocery delivery service. They have it in 40 other states, I think, and they were just starting up in Michigan this year. And so what it is, there's an app and you're going to be sitting in a certain geographical region. So right now I've been working in the Clarkston, and today I'm in the Brighton geographical zone. And basically I just have to be in this zone for the duration of my shift. Customers will put orders into the app will contact me. I'll go to the grocery store. I think we're working with Meijer, Kroger, Whole Foods, and Petco, kind of the odd one. And yeah, they'll tell me what they want. I'll go pick it up and I'll go drop it off. And that's about it. All I had to do was just fill out some basic information, do an online training module, and then go to an hour and a half long in-person orientation session. They take down your information, do one last training thing, and then you just get started. You get to pick your own hours, so I only wanted to work on Saturday and Sunday, and you get to pick when. So I picked maybe like 11 to 4, 10 to 3, something like that. So it's super flexible, which is the biggest thing. And the pay is pretty good. Like it's between $8 and $9 commission or $8 and $9 per delivery. Then you get a commission based on the number of items. You could get more depending what store you go to. But again, since it's a new market, it's a $10 base pay if you don't reach that with your deliveries alone. So yesterday, for example, I worked 5 hours. Didn't have any orders, but I'll still make $10 for that per hour, so $50. And you know, when you don't have any orders, you can literally just do whatever you want. I studied. I sat in a Starbucks and studied for 3 hours. Then I ran some errands, went to the mall for a little bit. It's really relaxed, and that's what I like the most. It's not taxing. It's not going to be tiring on me, and I can definitely make it work with my school stuff. You get paid every week, and then it's also not taxed, which is, it's okay. I've done an independent contractor type job before. Just come tax time, I'm expecting to have to owe the government a few $100s. So yeah, that's about it. I work maybe 10 hours on the weekend. I aim for like a 11 to 3 shift, 12 to 4, something like that. I'm making about $100 a week. Studying for the most part. I've only had a handful of orders. Nothing really wrong. It's gone. I haven't really had any problems with the app or with the customers or anything like that. There was a little bit of a learning curve. You know, the app went down one day and it took me 2.5, 3 hours to get one order done. But all in all, I would definitely recommend it. It works really well with my schedule. To be honest, I've done a lot weirder things for money. I remember in undergrad, I gave vials of my saliva so they could look at the cortisol levels and I did a TMS, which is transcranial magnetic stimulation. They ran a current across my head, across my brain, and they tested my cognitive ability after that. So compared to shocking my brain, I'd say this is a lot better. But yeah, I guess I'll end the video right here. I'm about to head into this Starbucks, knock out some of my cardio pulm lecture notes for the week. And I'll see you guys next time. Oh, and if you were wondering what that loud noise was in the background, it's this cool little waterfall thing they got going on here in Milford. But yeah, taking in some sights. Nature.